Okay, so Julian and Caroline and the one of the kiddos, the other one's homesick. Let's see if we can dive into the why of what we're yeah. Um, this is gonna be a fun conversation. Hopefully we don't derail it. Not having notes. Yeah, I'm easily sidetracked. Don't. Yeah, cool, dude. Um, Pretty much the program's initiative was to mainly train us as remote viewers. If you're not familiar with that term, I really highly recommend that you get familiar with that term because here in the next coming months, this is not going to be my fault. Don't blame me, Jay. Um, that term's going to get thrown around a lot. I know shit I really shouldn't. Really. I'll explain. Um, their main thing was creating more remote viewers. At the time, pre 90s, um, satellite spy tech, drones, those kinds of things were few and far between, and using humans to gather intelligence wasn't uncommon. What was uncommon was the ability to stick somebody in a room and have them collect information without ever being present in a situation. Um, Almost every government has used what the world deems psychics to one extent or another. There's actually offices in the UN specifically set up just for certain countries' psychics. Um, this is not something they discuss on the open market. This is not something that they will really talk about unless it's a cultural norm. We're not talking your 1-800 Miss Cleo psychics here. Where they'll read your palm and your tarot cards and this, that, and that. No. It is hot and I don't have the AC on. Um, we're talking. The main purpose was to literally intelligence gathering. Anybody that you could put on the ground, a remote viewer could pretty much do the same thing. Remote viewers were traditionally kind of taken with a grain of salt through most programs, and they'd verify the information through various other means, whether it was boots on the ground or whatever they do. I am not recon. I am not a spy. So, if you know somebody on those lines, they could probably tell you more about the actual information gathering process. There's lots to it. We could probably talk about for hours on it, um, that alone. But that's pretty much the basis behind a remote viewer. Oh, you want a document you want read out of state? Call a remote viewer. They'll take care of it. You need to find somebody that nobody else can find. Call a remote viewer. They'll take care of it. Plane went down in the middle of the jungle. Can't find it because stuff's too dense. Call a remote viewer. We are what they call in when nobody else can get the job done. We don't need to be in the vicinity of the area. We don't need to have any more information other than typically a target number. I like names. I like photos, mainly because it gives me some reinforcement on making sure that I have the right target, because shit gets weird in there. Um, that was their main focus. Their secondary focus was all the other abilities of the psychic community, which includes telekinetics, moving objects. Um, that weirdly actually encompasses destroying electronic devices, which, if you hear some of the people that follow me on Twitter, they seem like nut jobs. They're really not. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff that I passed up on because it seems that crazy. But I'm right in the middle of it. There are some of us that, and the best way to describe it is the way some of the others that I know of describe it, which is we operate on such a frequency that it's like literally like having vibrations. If you've ever hit a tuning fork on something or ever seen that done, that's pretty much what we're talking about. We emit energy. Everything emits energy of some form or another, no matter what you want to call it. It is the universal constant, bleh, um, and it connects literally everyone and everything, and that is going to be important. Um, a lot of people call that energy God. Some people don't. It's in existence in every single religion known to man and no longer known to man, and what will eventually be known to man again. It's, if you listen to a Native American talk about, I hate to say religion because it's, we have a weird concept. They talk about how everything's connected, everything from the rock to the tree to the bird to the plant to the people to the animal. That's why they give thanks for everything's sacrifice. Literally everything is connected, and if you can attune yourself to those energy frequencies, you can connect with just about everything. That isn't a theory. It's actually possible, and it's extremely well documented. I'm talking so much so that very prominent colleges actually have departments that have worked on this theory. They will bury it under other names, but it's there. Duke University, what is the big tech college? NC State has done it. That wasn't the college I was thinking of. MIT, Harvard, the list goes on of the groups that have worked with some form of, I really do hate the term psychic ability, but it's psychic ability. But the list of classifications of individual psychic abilities is massive. Those with telepathy, yeah, that gets annoying. Because, you know, when most people start talking about the voices in their heads, you think they're batshit crazy. But if you've ever had a conversation with God and actually had a reply, same concept, but with other people connected to the universal constant, the energy. I know it sounds nuts, but it really isn't. There's more to those people that talk about New Age this, New Age that, than what anybody really wants to admit. And our government will actively deny. So, at one point in time or another, under this program, the military classified psychics as psi. PSI. And then PSYOPs, that everybody is used to at this point in time, and you've heard at some level or another, is PSY. If you see the PSI, it's a whole different level of human intelligence. That is what they're talking about as psychic abilities. Not human, not traditional spycraft. It's hard to do this because I've been out of the program so long that I don't have the active terminology everybody else is using. Where somebody would be able to put a word to something, I can't. Because I am not in that program. I haven't been. I say that, but then there were the other videos. Yeah, so that is a really simple, basic rundown of stupid shit. Of the psychic idea and ideal. What gets the program with me is, last time I was tested for accuracy, I ranged in the I want to say 93 to 98 percentile of what information I give, that's how accurate it is. To put that in perspective, a human intelligence gathering traditional spycraft, the intelligence is only deemed to be between 36% and 68% accurate. I could be wrong on those numbers, but they are available online. Google is fun. I do actually know one of my original code names, which is slightly creepy and really kind of weird. I'm not sharing it because really I'm in deep enough shit as it is. I don't want more people digging. Program we were in, to sum it up, is so black box that the black box has a black box. Very few people actually have access to the information, to the point where you definitely ain't gonna find our files in Biden's garage. Running out of time before this line starts moving. So, when I was in the program, they were training me to be a remote viewer. I wasn't just good, I was really damn good. And they spent an exceedingly amount of time trying to pair me with other psychic kids that were on my level, that we could pretty much technically feed off of each other. Where, you know, when you get a conversation going with friends and you guys just keep bouncing ideas off each other and keeps getting better and better, pretty much that's what they were looking for, is to increase accuracy by having us work together, and increase our potential. What they didn't anticipate was me and my smartassedness, and my ability to connect to whatever team was verifying our information. I couldn't always connect with every team that was verifying our information, but there were a couple. One in particular still kind of follows me around. They're fun, by the way. Out of all the people in the world, they're the ones I like. Pretty much, I knew they were using our information that we provided to, we were under the assumption, kill bad guys, take care of problems, deal with situations, all that good stuff. Putting my number in the window. How do I put this? Yeah, so what they didn't realize is that by me working on a target, I actually could see what was going to happen when they went to either take out that target or whatever they were doing. That's not my purview. It's above my pay grade. I don't have a pay grade. Yeah. Pretty much, I could see what was going to happen when they executed that order. Most of the time, they... trying to find a way to put this. Most of the time, it was just a verification. There wasn't anything else that went beyond what we were seeing. The guys were just verifying. And I refer to all the units as the guys, because they were primarily male psi ladies, is the truth. And I did say were. And then at one point in time, they escalated from just information gathering and verification to actionable whatever. Somebody here will know what it's called. Actionable offenses, I whatever it's called. I said, I'm not military. I don't know terminology. And when they did that on one occasion, actually, it ended up being multiple, but on one occasion that I distinctly remember, I could see the unit that was executing our information getting stuck in a very bad situation in which most of them weren't coming home. I got really kind of pissy with the brass because they weren't listening to me because they know better. As in, they knew more than me, so I'm 8 and need to shut the fuck up and let them do their jobs. I got super adamant. I'm pretty sure that's when I kicked Jay in the shin because he wouldn't listen to me. I kicked an officer in the shin. But I gave them the information on where the assets protection was, target, whatever the hell you want to call it, and how they were going to react to the unit being there in order to execute their op. The information ended up being completely and totally accurate, except for like a minor flaw that, once bullets start flying, different decisions are made, especially when you know what's coming at you. Saved the entire unit, and the op was completed to an unprecedented amount of success. It's the best way to put it, I guess. I don't know. Somebody else could probably put it better, especially the guys that were there. This immediately garnered a shit ton of attention from the program, from the DIA, from the DOD, and from a bunch of other, who knows. Everybody calls them the Alphabet Gang. Whatever. I don't care. Got a lot of attention from a lot of people. And then, all eyes are now officially on me. Smartass. It wasn't the first time I was able to do that. Would not be the last. Eventually, it became very prominent what they were going to use us for, that we were now officially going to be weapons, and they were going to try and analyze and critique what went absolutely right with me and the couple others that were in our group so that they could multiply those results with others. What time is it? Is this licensed? Okay, we got 5 minutes. But, yeah. So, at that point in time, I left the thing. This is the only reason why I can kind of figure why the programs decided to go hot and heavy after me again. Kind of reconnected with people in the unit, whether it was by universal design, because God is freaking awesome, or if it was by their own intentions to set us back up with each other so they could see which of us were still active and which of us were still accurate. But did a thing, saved a bunch of lives. And the things I get is I get tracked and hounded and manipulated and back into full throttle. Oh, you're in the program. No, I'm not. Fucking hate all of you. But yeah, I may or may not have done some stuff that got their attention. It started with, I was just doing what God told me to do and doing the typical, I hate the word profit, but doing the profit thing. I don't have a big enough following to make it really worth their while on people listening to me or anything like that. So they had to have been watching for a very long time for them to go, oh, yeah, we might want to pull her back in. But and if you really want to know, that's only about a quarter of what I can do. Hate to tell you, Jay, because I know somebody's going to be watching this. Even your lovely 4-inch file on me doesn't have everything I can do. But yeah, I've put it this way: when you simply know things and you don't have an answer to why you know things, um, other than I'm connected to the universal constant, and I actually listen to it, and I listen to what I can only describe as the voice of God, um, giving me heads up and telling me to do things and connect with certain people. Some of you are here for a reason. Um, it is what it is. But there's stuff I know that I won't go into because one, it keeps me safe. Two, it keeps others safe. And I'm not for being self-serving and endangering others because I want some sort of acclaim. I don't. There's an element of truth that needs to be told, and there are groups of individuals that need to know what's going on, and I'm hoping this is an intro to it, because what we're going to be going into isn't just going to be a normal military strategy of what you guys are used to normal. Psychics will very, very much be on the forefront because they already are. This is probably going to give something away and piss somebody off, but it needs to be said. Shit. I may be in trouble for this, but it needs to be said. Russia is using psychics to target groups within the Ukraine. Very specifically, they are going after the international, whatever they are calling it, troops, and targeting them specifically. If you ever wonder why they seem to be able to find certain groups, this is why. They have viewers working on the ground with their troops. If you are military, if you're military, if you're non-military, and you, for whatever reason, you are watching this and you happen to be in that area, pay attention to within the units, the individual that seems to be able to look directly in your direction, that is their psychic, and it needs to be taken out first. I hate to turn around and tell somebody to target psychics first, because that actually puts my life directly in harm's way, but they are the ones that are finding you. It's not their tech, it's not anything else, it's them. And you need to be paying attention to it, and you need to be taking care of it. Anybody else is paying attention, what's coming, you need to know that. If it seems like somebody is able to find you no matter what you are doing, there's a high likelihood that somebody with that PSI behind their names and titles and classifications is the one targeting your group. The more attention you bring to yourself by being good at what you do, the more likelihood they are going to be targeting you. Like I said, this is a very dangerous... I probably regret saying this. This may not even stay up at this point. But it's the truth. That's what they do. Russia doesn't sideline their psychics. They don't put them in a room somewhere hundreds of miles away. They put them on the battlefield. They are highly trained, they are highly skilled, and they are highly protected. Like I said, if it seems like somebody just seems to know where you're at, you need to take them out. And I gotta go. Car line's moving. Everything's good. I'll talk to you later. Bye.